So yeah, so probably a lot of you folks will see us on the replay, which is fine. I mean, that's why I upload these and keep them uploaded. There's one guy I kind of listened to, uh, Theodora Adopoulos or whatever his name is. He goes by the moniker the bald monkey or something. But he does a lot of live streams, but he uh, he deletes them, and and it makes you aggravated because you're basically entrapped. Like you're gonna watch it there, or you're not gonna watch it at all. And I think that's just a travesty. But luckily, he repeats himself pretty consistently. So even if you miss him, you kind of didn't miss out because he's repetitious. So that's okay. But people are gonna do what they're gonna do. Um, you know. So I got some fans running. Hopefully it'll keep my it's a little bit hotter today than usual. As summer creeps up on us, trying different things, spur of the moment to keep the old telephone cool, which I'm using to talk to you on. It's a Google Pixel 7 Pro, and I'm happy because I can still use AI on it and stuff like that. But it's going on, I think, on 2 maybe 3 years out of date, so to say. So eventually I'll have to replace it and all. But speaking of which, I put an order today to get a used Google Pixel tablet with the high capacity 256 gigabit storage, for YouTube and stuff. My poor phone, it's also a 256 gigabit storage. It's 90% full of stuff. A lot of those are downloaded videos. I have YouTube Premium, and I use that to endlessly watch YouTube videos and listen to. I'm like an information sponge. I have so many subscriptions, and I'm inundated with all this data, and I love it. And I'm learning about so much about AI and how things go, what the new developments are and things like that. So yeah, I'm definitely Brawley Gaming. What's up, man? Hey there. I'm back on the 9 o'clock schedule here again. How you doing yourself? Um, Kind of mixing it up a bit. I got a little show and tell, and then I'm talking about stuff, talking to myself. But let me show you right quick. So here we're gonna be looking at this this Soviet solar calculator. I don't know if I unboxed it yet or not, but it's in the box. We're gonna take a look at that soon. So stay tuned. So yeah, that is a solar calculator, and that is definitely a blast from the past. So yeah. But anyway, so let's fix that dude. Oh boy, just tap, tap, tap. It's like snipe, snipe, snipe. If I don't like it, you're gone. You are gone. So anyway, yeah. So let's dig in. Enough of me yakking. You guys can always watch the replay and stuff if you want to see what I said or whatever. But I do encourage you to check out my channel. I just uploaded 3 brand new songs, AI songs. They're pretty catchy. I make sure I listen to them, make sure that they've got a good hook and they've got a good vocals and a good rhyming thing. So anyway, so we're taking a look at this. Apologize for the fan noise. Like I was saying, I'm trying to keep my phone a little cooler because it seems to tap out if it gets too hot. So this is an Electronica Mark 60. Electronica with a K was an electronics mega producer in the Soviet Union, and it's pretty interesting to look them up and see what they had. The Mark 90 was actually like a little. Whoa, we're back. I'm getting worried. I put the phone on. I put the phone under the fan a little bit, cool it down a little bit. Do I remember those solar calculators back in the day? Yeah, I do. And a lot of them, if you find them, they still work. Solar calculators is a fine idea. I mean, you know, we got AI and all this other stuff, but you know, you gotta respect the solar calculator. It gets the job done. Okay, so we'll look at the packaging here. I don't have my translation set up yet, but I did order finally a Google Pixel tablets used. That'll help me with the translation setup, which I'd like to do. And then I could just do these videos over again. You got the Mr. Sun hitting that, and yeah. So Jacket Lewis is old as gold and new is not true. Well, old is gold. Especially when they don't make it anymore. It just gets more and more rare. If you find electronics that outlast the country that made them, that's pretty special. Unfortunately, these type calculators, I think they use something called Polish notation, which is strange. I still haven't figured it out. They don't have an equal sign. There's some stamping in there. Oh, like the Nokia. Yeah, Nokias are world famous for being rugged. So you see that CCCP, that little stamp mark? It's literally stamped in the cardboard. $1991. Is that what that says? In stamps? I don't know. I don't know exactly. I've never seen stuff like that. Just literally stamped in the. It's like they just stamped it like it was some kind of raised seal or something. Okay, we're back. I put the phone up under the cooling fan to get a few more minutes worth. Sorry, this is rinky-dink. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to looking at it. Made in USSR. If you didn't know, you couldn't figure it out. So they exported these over the whole world, but they're still rare in the West. So I got this off of eBay. If you go on eBay and look up the different electronica with a K calculators, you'll find a whole mess of different calculators. So here's a manual. Oh wow, it's color. That's cool. Yeah, the old days are gone, you know. But luckily, you can still, if you have enough knowledge, you can trace down the different things from the old days that were good, and if you're wise, you'll get them. So if you take a translation like Google Translation, you'll be able to pause on this and be able to read it. And for that fact alone, I'll go through it real quick so people can come through here later. I mean, probably that'll never happen, but it might. I mean, with enough time and enough scenarios, I mean, somebody might. That's pretty hard to read. Heck, I might lose the manual. I need to look at it again. That's actually happened to me before, where I lost the manual, but luckily I had the recording of the manual. And then we did it like that. So yeah, this is Military Industrial Museum. So I'm trying to do more more military and more museum. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of like an industrial museum exhibit here. Did I skip a page? This is good paper too. That's cool. Some Soviet paper is not that great. It's high acidity in it. It's not lasting so long. If I had that translator thing, we could translate it together. I'm I'm jumping ahead doing this translation, unfortunately. Hey, thanks for the compliment, man. There, Jacket Lewis. Looks like you're pretty much the only observer right now. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I used to do stuff, a little bit to try to be a crowd pleaser, but now I just do what I want to do. Because you can't please everybody all the time. The competition's too stiff. Ironically, what I've noticed. Well, thank you, Jack Lewis. If you have a channel, let me know. I'll return the favor there. Yeah, this is almost over with. Sorry. Page 11. There's only probably 20 pages. Let's skip a page now. So yeah. So the thing with electronica is they had the original they had the original designs that they came up with for a lot of their products, and then later they gave up and just started, well, I mean towards the end obviously, but they just started copying, doing a lot of copying. At least I don't know the specifics, but generally that's what happened with a lot of computers. Maybe not calculators, but a lot of computers, or maybe calculators too. I'm pretty. I know enough not to know not enough. You know what I'm saying? But even if it is a copy or whatever, if it works, it works. Copy what works, right? So that's cool. It's been stamped uniquely. You see that? Alright, man. We'll catch you later. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get to the calculator at some point here. One last page, it looks like. Little disappointed there wasn't a schematic in there. Oh, wait, what? Oh, there's more? Hold on. Oh, it comes with a little doodad. You can put your calculator in that doodad. That's cool. Wow. All right. Okay, here's a Mark 60. Look at that. Yep, 1991. This was made at the end of the Soviet Union. Alright, let's power it on. It works. 1991, and what's the year now? 2025? Let's do the math. 20, 25 minus 1991. Oh, it does have an equal sign. I'm not screwed. It's not Polish notation. Oh, I was so worried. Okay, equals. This calculator is 34 years old and it's still working off solar power. Isn't that amazing? It's like brand new. Look at those solar cells. Isn't that pretty? $34 years old, brand new, from the Soviet Union. New old stock. Oh, I lost the charge because I turned it away from the 077. Oops. Let's clear that. Oh, cool. So this is just like a Western calculator. I was worried that it was Polish notation. So this I could actually use, although carefully because they're not making them anymore. Okay. So I'm gonna have to put a point. So point or dot 077. Oh, I fat fingered it. Let me try it again. Point 77. Um, 3H. Hello. Hello from a solar calculator. Excuse me. 34 years old, made in the Soviet Union. That is so cool. I wonder what that does. I don't know. I don't know. I need to read up on this before I start pressing buttons. There might be more to it than I could figure out in live stream here. So I guess we kind of explored it all. Oh, it lost the light and it just died out. So yeah, I was saying probably because there's no battery, it probably saved it from corrosion. So this is number 607601. Do you really think they made over 500,000 of these? Maybe. So that's kind of cool. I don't know, like, I don't know, there might be a screw under that or something. Maybe it's like a seal, a tamper seal. That means something. I don't know exactly. So maybe you know, maybe you don't. I've been trying to study up on cybernetics and the OGAS system, OGAS, and it's quite interesting. I think really, if this is kind of weird because there's a movie about it. Well, it kind of alludes to the idea, but if you have the Western and the Eastern computers and computer technology work together, they can probably fill the gaps in each other's abilities. And so what I want to do is take AI, Western AI, or maybe even if I had to use like DeepSeek or something, I'm not real sure, but I want to train it. I want to train the AI. I want to train the AI on the Soviet cybernetic stuff and see if there's some sort of what do you call innovation and stuff that can come from that. Like, because originally the OGS system was supposed to be, well, it was like a proto-internet, and these stupid politicians, they got in the way of having it done. And because they didn't have that calculation ability, they didn't have the OGS system, they got buried in paperwork and bureaucracy, and they basically couldn't hardly function because they couldn't keep it organized. Because that Glushkov guy, and he had an institute in Kyiv called the Cybernetics Institute or something in Kyiv. It's still there. I don't know what the situation is right there, but if they had only listened to Glushkov, they'd probably still be around. And and so I'm like learning all this history that I've never seen in any of the standard histories of the Soviet Union. So I'm learning I'm back filling all my knowledge on the OGS system, because, well, there's a book I bought. It's called How Not to Network a Nation. It's a book on Amazon, but the author said that the DARPA net, the first internet for the United States, was a copy in spirit of the OGS system, kind of. And it makes you wonder what other technologies could be retrieved from the OGS system if the internet was kind of foresaw, or it was an iteration out of the OGS system by accident or by design. There's surely other impressive technologies that are in that OGS system, and I have some of the books and stuff from that. It's some heavy duty math and whatever, so there might be some kind of breakthroughs still stuck in there that need to be dug out. And I think AI, if I give AI a crack at that Glushkov mathematics, there might be some algorithms and things in there that could really be useful to help AI develop. So anyway, yeah, I'm trying to make it to the 30-minute mark here. We'll go on a little farther. So this was probably for export, if it says that on there. Yeah, I wish I could translate this real time. I'll be able to. I'm gonna have a system set up for that, where I can just run it up under the camera of the other. Like I plan to have like a tablet or something, or maybe a phone, and I'll run this up under that, and it'll have Google Translate in a live camera, and it'll just reveal all this data. We can't do that right now because we just have one system, but that's the intention anyway. And then it'll unlock all the it'll it'll unlock all the Russian language. So yeah, well, that is really cool. So yeah, go on eBay if you're interested in this kind of stuff and see what you can find. There's a lot of sellers that are selling some old stock. They must have been hanging around for decades, literally. But you should get something that works, because not all of these will work after all this time. That's just amazing to me. 34 years old. The keys and everything, they feel pretty good. That's the limit. Can't go farther beyond that. We'll try that. What does that do? Nothing. Or maybe it resets it. Well, that does too. Yeah, there's something to that. I don't know. I'm not a calculator whiz kid. But enough time and exposure, you know, I'm sure I could pick up some things. Alright, this has been Military Industrial Museum. This has been Military Industrial Museum. Thanks for joining me in whatever capacity you've done it in. Do check out my channel, especially my AI music. You will enjoy it if you have any sort of technical and rhythmic capacity. Other than that, I'm going to live stream every night about 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, PST, and you can catch me whenever you want. If you got some kind of technical questions or military questions or museum questions and stuff like that, we'll see how we make it work or not. But thank you for joining me. I'm going to get going. You can watch your replay. I'll save it, and we'll go from there. Okay. Take care. Thanks again. Enjoy your weekend.